Road Dog Crypto. Top gainers for today are Casper Network, Helium, CurveDAO, Gala, Arweave, Synthetics, Aave, Immutable X, Theta Network, and Avalanche. But overall for the week, all the money's been pouring into Decentraland, Helium, Frax Shares, even Aptos. Now look over here at the right. Now Aptos has had a token release and you can see that it's lost its upward trajectory like the other ones have, and that's because of a sell-off on these tokens. People have also been stacking up on Curve, Avalanche, Solana, Aave, Phantom, and Sandbox. Welcome to Crypto Insight on the Road Dog Crypto channel. My name is Lane. Today we are covering the top 10. And as we start the new week, we have got a few changes in the top 10. Litecoin and Polkadot have left the top 10, while Solana has moved into the top 10. Now, our friends over at Wall Street are trying to break out of this falling wedge on the ES1. That's the S&P 500 E-mini futures. That's a good sign for crypto. When this is moving up, usually crypto is also moving up. Continuing with our indices, we're looking at DXY. The dollar, which is continually falling, is broken beneath the parabolic kind of structure that we had here that was indicating that we might get a bounce to the upside, continuing to fall down. That is great for the stock market and crypto. The secret sauce of trading altcoins is starting to go up. Bitcoin dominance. When this happens, everyone's paying more attention to Bitcoin. More money is pouring into Bitcoin at the moment. As Bitcoin dominance increases, altcoins will suffer. Now you can see a rise in altcoins continue as Bitcoin prices continues to go up. But if you're buying these altcoins with Bitcoin, you are losing Bitcoin value, meaning that you are losing out. The very best time to buy altcoins is when Bitcoin dominance reaches a peak and starts falling. That's your entry to buy altcoins with Bitcoin. Otherwise, you need to stick to your US dollar pairs until that happens. Total to market cap, which encapsulates the altcoins. This is Ethereum and all the altcoins minus Bitcoin. And you can see that it has honored this Atom E double bottom, a very, very strong pattern, and has reached its target for that. Now flagging out, attempting to break out of a falling wedge pattern. Now, if this happens, this will be huge. This will bring in about $150 billion to altcoins if we can maintain this area at 543 billion and work our way up to the target of 706 billion. Huge influx possibly coming in for altcoins. These are ones that you probably want to look at trading for US dollars versus Bitcoin, as we just covered. Kicking our look off at the top 10, we're going right in line, starting off with Bitcoin. And as you can see, we hit our target of 21,574, but we fell below it. Now, Bitcoin is getting kind of tricky. It is actually in a bearish pattern, but you know, it's been in a bearish pattern here, broke to the upside. When these bearish patterns break to the upside, they go parabolic. Bitcoin has been on a parabolic run. When I zoom out to the bigger time frames and chart this parabolic run, I want to point out one important thing. There is no problem with us coming back down to these levels about 19,000, even as far as 18,500. And still staying within this parabolic structure to get a move up. So it's still in good standing, and it would be healthy to have a pullback in Bitcoin, but it's not showing signs that it wants to do that at the moment. Bitcoin is kind of at a standstill, trying to figure out what it's wanting to do. One thing that I want to point out is that we are above this 200 EMA. Hopefully we will get a candle close above that, and that'll be a very positive sign. That could shoot us on up to these higher target levels. Now I want you to notice that we have this trend line right here. Now I've taken this trend line at the bottom and that angle, and I applied it to the top over here, and that can give us a rejection point that we can look at as possibly getting rejected there and then retracing a bit. That comes in right around 23,500. So if we do get that push upward, I would be looking at these targets: 22,576, 23,000 and $33, and also wherever this trend line matches up at the time of price. And currently we're looking right around 23,420 area. Now that could come back down to this parabolic blue line. Keep our eyes on the blue line. If it breaks, we want to consider this move over and maybe testing some much lower prices. However, we are not looking at that at the moment. Things are looking strong still for Bitcoin to hold up here even after the traditional markets have opened. A lot of people were expecting a dump back down to these levels of about 19,385. Still a possibility, but not bad if it does. The only thing is that we would be breaking below this 200 EMA, when we would probably have a nice little fight on our hands to try to break above that. One scenario that I do see that's likely to happen, and does happen often with this style of pattern, is that we can raise above this and we can range here, making a type of handle, either a sideways motion, hopefully staying above the 200 EMA. We could make a handle coming down to the downside as part of our retest of these mid 19,000 areas. Keep that on your mind as as we watch how Bitcoin prices play out over this next week. Next on our list is Ethereum, which also has an Adam and Eve double bottom there, which has played out and exceeded that price target. Now we're working at coming up to this area about 16,077 as a point of daily resistance. Same thing with Bitcoin that we're looking for is to stay above the 200 daily EMA. We may come up to the top and kind of handle out a little bit. And it also has a parabolic structure. So I am looking at these levels. Some levels that you might be able to get back into this would be at 14,037. Very, very likely to retest this EMA at 1505. However, I would watch that area closely to see if it does stay above it or drops below it. The difference between Ethereum and Bitcoin is that Ethereum has already got its daily close above the 200 EMA, which is very bullish. So I see a retest and very possibly coming up to this area, 1665, the 618 Fibonacci. At that point, it could possibly get rejected and we could come back down to these lower levels. However, if we hold this area, we're looking for some more upside. BNB is also looking nice. We're approaching a 618 Fibonacci retracement area that we did get rejected off of. That's at $310. I want to draw your attention over here to this area where we do have our EMAs crossing, which is a very, very bullish sign. And as soon as we see the blue one cross above the white one, I could foresee some very strong action, bringing us up to our measured move for this falling wedge pattern that would come in right here at $343.
For those of you who hit that like button down below, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
That is really the next target that I have. Some other targets would be $331 and also $362. And the signs tell us with the Ichimoku cloud that we do have a chance to move on up here to $386. Be aware that the daily is saying that we need to cool off, probably trade sideways because we still do have money flow coming in. However, we could be getting rejected back down to this 200 EMA on the daily, which is coming in at 291, or even coming back down to around the 276 area. On the 4 hour, however, things are still looking kind of good. A little sideways action is what we've got going on. Still a good chance to move to the upside, in my humble opinion. Moving on to XRP, we got that 4 hour golden cross right there, meaning that people are going to start pouring into this. That is a very bullish sign. When this happens on the daily, which we are far from, we have not made it up to the daily. That is the target that we're looking at shooting up to, will be about 42 cents. The 4 hour chart is currently looking fairly healthy. Overall targets that I have for XRP would be 42 cents, 43.3 cents, 46 cents where we could run into a hiccup and trade sideways or find a retracement at that area. If we make it above there, we'll be looking at 50 cents and 53 cents possible for XRP. Cardano also has that 4 hour golden cross. Nice rounded bottom there. Good signs for there. We're edging up to the top of this trend line here, right around 38.6 cents. If Cardano can break out of that, retest it, we could be looking at 41 cents, 46 cents, even on up to 52 cents before we have to worry about a possible major rejection there that may either bring us down or have us retrace into a lower level. America's sweetheart Dogecoin is getting ready for that golden cross there. So we could see a pump getting ready for Doge. That would take us up to just a little under 10 cents, definitely to 10 cents, working toward 11.3 cents. Ultimately, the target that I'm looking for that we go to before facing some serious possible rejection would be 12.4 cents for Doge. And when you zoom out on Doge, you see that it is still in this very nice rounding parabolic structure. It's showing all the signs that it's getting ready to a pump. I would not doubt that we will reach somewhere around 19 to 20 cents over the next month or so. Next up, we have Polygon MATIC. Now, we do not have our golden crosses there. However, we did just get the cross on the 50-day moving average crossing the 100. That's the precursor for the big move that we want to see when the 100, the white line, crosses over the 200, the yellow line. That could give us the moves that we need. However, there may be a retracement. Maybe a good time to look at adding a little bit more MATIC to your bag somewhere around 90, 91 cents. We can see that we can come up to this 618 Fibonacci level about $1.08 as being a possibility. Now, whether we break above it or trade sideways, that is yet to be determined. But if we do break above it, our higher targets would be $1.18, $1.30, $1.45. And if we go ahead and extend this trend line out, that'll give you a likelihood about where we're coming into, most likely around the $1.45 or $1.53 before we see some rejection that may play back down to the bottom of this field around $1.09. Keep your eye for a breakout above that, as that could be a catalyst for a very giant move if this top trend line is broken. If we see $1.65 out of MATIC over the next week or so, chances are it's got much higher to go. Solana has moved back into the top 10, is currently in a falling wedge pattern. It will retest that area, probably around 26.5 cent area. I've got a Fibonacci level at 26.69 here on KuCoin. If it breaks above that out of this falling wedge pattern, we could be looking for some definite more upside. I'd be looking probably around the $35 area for a possible retracement that needs to stay above this 200 daily EMA before it makes it up to these higher levels. The main targets I would be looking for out of Solana would be $45.73, $50.74, and the measured move for this particular pattern comes in at $55. So things are looking very interesting for Solana. The daily does have a red dot on Market Cipher indicating that, we're expecting a pullback, but we do have some good crossings on our EMA suggesting that it may not be a big deal as we see money flow starting to come in. Now, taking a look on the 4-hour with Solana, it's telling us that it may get a little bit of a pullback, but it is in a bear flag at the moment, which is a bullish sign. And you could take a measured move from that bear flag, put it to the breakout point, which gives us confluence for the target that I've already mentioned at $31.51 on the shorter time frames as a possible target for Solana. Now, it did get the 4-hour golden cross, and that is a very bullish sign. OKB has been chugging along on the daily. OKB has already had its golden cross back in November, and it has just been on a tear, just slowly and steadily going up. We do have a red dot on Market Cipher. Last time we had it, we had a little bit of a retracement. We may be retracing back down to this area, about 29.56 in that area. Let's just go ahead and mark that as a possible retracement area. We could come back up to this area about 33.74, retrace, and then work our way back up to these higher levels, about 41.19 cents. Ultimately, I am looking about 53.81 as a good take profit area for OKB. There is a measured move. Let's go ahead and plug that in. That would take us right up to our area. That again gives us confluence that actually comes in of about 52.49. Would be excellent areas to consider taking profit in OKB. Now, while DOT has moved off our top 10 list, at least deserves an honorable mention. So let's look at this on the daily. We've got our crosses here, which is making us hold above the 100 EMA. It has not yet retested this area, which it very likely could, of around $5.20 before moving up, but I do have targets about $6.70. Our 200-day EMA will be coming in right around $7.20, currently holding at the area of $7.34. So the game plan is possible retest. Doesn't necessarily have to do it at this moment, but at some point it needs to come back and retest this. 64% chance that it will do that. Move up to our 200 daily EMA, which is coming in about $7.30. And there we got to see if we're going to break above it or get rejected. If we break above it, it is on. It is going to be looking good, and we can consider these higher take profit areas, maybe as much as $9.48, possibly as up as $12.78. Coming down to the 4-hour, things are looking good on our indicators. It still has a pump up. Money flow is still coming up. VWAP's kind of a little shaky, so a little sideways, probably just a little give and take. We slowly edge up to this area about 673 is where I would be looking for a possible take profit area, and again, just to see if we break it above that area or not. Quickly taking a look at our worst performers for the day were Leo Token, Lido DAO, Kronos, Thorchain, Huobi, Flare, Terra Luna, Aptos, Gate, and GMX, and also Osmosis. You can check their charts over here. They're a little bit tired. Some of them are still on some good upward trajectories. Some of them just need to take a little break before they get some more upward moment. Because if you're looking for information to be able to do what I do have a Telegram channel. If you get the Telegram app or visit Telegram on your computer, you can join this free channel called Crypto Chart School. Right here is the link, t.me/Crypto Chart School. And I'm constantly updating this with information that you need to help you learn this market. I've got watch list, I've got books on here, I have got all kinds of charts, little golden nuggets, things that you need to know to be successful in this market. It's all there free. If this is the kind of information that you're looking for, come on and join. Check out this information. Copy and download whatever you like. This information has been helpful to you. Please hit that like button. Consider joining the Telegram group and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, my name is Lane, giving you crypto insight.